Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're playing another game of Total War Warhammer. I'm the strategy professor. Let's see here. Vampire counts. And we're gonna go for this build. I thought about tweaking it a little bit at the end of my last Vampire Counts video, I believe, but I just can't find the way to get the cost to buy this ability. I'm 9 gold short. And there's just nothing else I could get rid of. I mean, I got rid of these ranks, and it still wasn't enough. That's what puts me at 60 gold. So, whatever, it's fine. I mean, I don't think the healing on it's massive. It would be helpful. I'm not honestly sure exactly how much it heals when you cast something, but I would have to get rid of either a pack of zombies or, you know, just an actual unit of stuff, and I don't want to do that just for that one spell. The zombies are actually quite powerful with their utility. They're so cheap, and they can just soak charges, they can just tie up things like giants, like they can just keep stuff busy for quite a while. But you're not buying them for their combat effectiveness. I need to watch it, make sure he doesn't switch. I think I've played against this guy before. Either that or I recognize his name. He might be a top player. I don't know, I'll have to check afterwards. I am currently rank 391, I think, something like that. But I am gaining some, I am still gaining ranks. I didn't play a ton yesterday. I played a little bit. I just really wanted to get under 300. I'd like to gain 100 ranks a day, but obviously that's not going to be sustainable. Because as you go up more and more, it becomes harder and harder. Oh, that's why. My mouse is feeling weird. Wait, what is going on here? Jeez. I think this... Okay, here we go. Sorry. I took my mouse off to go to a LAN thing last night with some of my buddies. We were playing some League. And some Magic the Gathering over at my buddy's house. I haven't played Magic a ton lately. I play with friends occasionally. I used to be really into it back in the day. It's a collectible card game if viewers don't know what that is. I assume a lot of viewers in this channel would probably know what that is. But yeah, way back in the day, I was like, I guess I was 16 or something. I was on Pro Tour Chicago in 1999. Fun, so I played way back in the day. It was a ton of fun. I loved it. Had a local card shop. Went out of business, though, and there wasn't another card shop in town that really played Magic. So I was like, well, I guess this is it. And then I got my first job, high school, when I was 16, working at McDonald's. And just like, you know, I'm not going to have time. I can't really drive over to the nearest town. I don't want to drive, like, you know, an hour or something. So it was fun. And then after 14 years, then I played again in 2014, and it was pretty fun. But then once again, my favorite card shop went out of business, and I just around here, and there are others. I don't know. But anyways, let's focus up here. All right, so this matchup, pretty common one that I pick into for the last lot of videos. I think it's pretty even though. It's pretty exciting. I run a very similar build now. I'm just kind of under the impression that it's like I'm going to run it until someone consistently beats it. I do lose with it occasionally. But it's pretty good against what most Empire field these days. The reason is a lot of Empire are trying out that new artillery stuff, like either the Hellfire... Or not the, I always want to call it the Hellfire rocket battery. Just the thing that shoots lots of rockets. I forgot what it's called. The long distance rocket shooter thing. They try that out, and they try out Luminarch sniping on people. So the Flying Hordes, like spam at least with the heroes and things like that, has kind of fallen out of favor. Undead might still be weak to that. I'm not sure. But the cool thing about Empire in this matchup is, or not Empire, against Undead in this matchup is that you can heal through artillery. So, most of the time, I mean, the Luminarch can one-shot you, potentially, with a lot of your things. So that's why you don't want to take the regeneration on your Ghoul King. Or a flying unit. Do not ever take flying units against Empire or Bretonia. Not flying lords, because they can snipe those out very easily. Also, regeneration, when that Luminarch hits you, it deals an extra 20% damage to things that regenerate. It has fire damage on it, so you need to be careful of that. Those Burning Knights or whatever, too. The new Knights also deal 20% bonus damage to regenerating things. So, obviously, I'm going to run some regenerating things, right? Like, I'm going to run the Corpse Cart, I'm going to run the Mortis Engine, and I'm going to run Crypt Horrors. But just take it off your Lord. You're going to have enough regeneration anyways, and you really just don't want to open him up to taking that extra damage. Alright, what do we have here? Okay, so he does have great cannons. He is spread out, which is interesting. Does he have great swords? I don't see any. Now, he's got to have some cabs somewhere. What's this over here? Oh, that's his Flying Lord. Okay. We might go for... I want to lead with the zombies, just so that if he's not really aiming and he's just, you know, going to let his cannon fire, then I want the zombies to be the first thing they fire on. Hopefully before he realizes what's going on. Do not want the corpse. I mean, there's no way that's his whole army. Yeah, I don't want that to be the thing it's firing on. Oh my god, what? Okay, well, I can regen it up, but that's exactly what I didn't want. I mean, I'm considering not running. I don't know, the Mortis Engine can be quite powerful. Whoa, 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 what is this? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Alright, guys, let's just go. Yeah, I mean, that's not going to do a lot. That's okay. Now, he might actually kill this. I need to go ahead and hack it. Okay, so he does kind of have a flying theme here. I need to probably strafe this. Yeah, that's what he's aiming for. Okay, strafe, strafe, dodge, dodge. Yeah, I'm just gonna go over here and kill these things. I'm just gonna run some zombies at this guy. Let's rotate back. Oh gosh. Ignore those swordsmen. No, ignore that. Get back there. Guys, go. Get up there. No, we need to get over here. Just ignore the swordsmen and just get into these things. I'm not really worried about those swordsmen at all. Yeah, let's just rotate over here. Let's get into this range. Can I cast in a heck? I can. Okay, never mind. That's gone. I swear to God, if these guys aren't running... No, 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 no. Stop, stop. Gosh, bless. I wish you could cancel a spell while you're casting it now. He's going to snipe this guy out. Because he won't freaking run. Like, I told him to get off of that. These things, of course, are not running. I swear to... I love this game, but the controls just absolutely blow me away. Like, it's completely insane that I've played this many hours on this game, and I still can't master these controls, because they don't respond. Like, that's absolutely insane. It's totally unacceptable. He's trying to snipe me out. Guys, get... Like, stop fighting these and get in there and fight those. There, that's what I want. What are these? Demigryph Knights, okay. Of course, now I can't run. Holy... That's a bad game. He's gonna snipe him out, probably. There's not a lot I can do. Can we run yet? Okay, I know those guys were netted, so there's kind of an excuse there. But yeah, he's gonna win this, I think. Because my units just will not tie up things that I want them to tie up. I just can't control them. And you don't really have to micro much when you just have a lot of ranged units, and the other guy's units won't actually respond to commands, so... And when you don't have to use run commands because your units are standing still. So maybe that's the strategy, is just pick something where you actually don't have to move. It's easy to take non-move commands. Okay, at least I caused some terror there. Where are my... Get over here, kill these things. And this guy's probably dead. I need to get back into heal range. I think he's gonna net him again, probably. Get over here, kill those things. Yeah, he's totally killed this side. I need to get over this way. Pop this. Get over here. And to get in a corpse cart range. Yeah, see, now I can't get to these gunners over here. It's a pretty good strategy by him, for sure. Does he still have... Yeah, he still has these firing. I do like Outriders. So, I mean, he just did a really good job. He had a good composition, and my units just would not be controlled. Where are those demigryphs? Okay, they're over here killing these ghoul things. Actually, let's just fight those. It's fine. And he was really spread out too, so I mean, he had a pretty good composition against this. So it is possible to win this matchup from Empire side. I do win it often from the Empire side. It's just trying to get to these ranged units is really a terror right now. I just don't have fast units that can get over there anymore. I needed to micro my knights better, is what the deal was. I need to run like more knights, maybe one more knight instead of a crypt horror, just so that I can run in and try to get to these ranged units. Pretty sure he's gonna win this. Oh, the demigryphs are right in here in the middle, just tanking while all of these do all the damage. I might need more Cairn raids too, just to cause more terror. Yeah, and you really need like more mobile units. Like, these are going to be almost impossible to deal with. If people start running more Outriders, I should run a Hound pack, potentially. The Hounds can run them down. Yeah, so maybe I'll switch up my build a little bit. I mean, I haven't really had problems with Empire lately, but if people are running this more missile unit type of build, then maybe I will have problems. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I just can't get to these flying squad units. I think maybe the Hounds would be better in general than the Black Knights. I don't know, the Black Knights charge is good, but I just need something that can get in there and tie these up. And I feel like the Black Knights just are not the solution. So, that was a good game. I guess I'll post it up. I do like to show losses sometimes. So the big deal there was he was just really spread out. He had net of Amantak, and I just didn't have the speed to go deal with him. I do like the Corpse Guard. I may take it off also, we'll see. I love it, but it's so slow. It really is. I do like the zombies and the Grave Guard also, but they're so slow. Like, this is a good ball if he just wants to form up and fight a huge melee scrum with like great swords and things like that. I feel this is really good at that, but it's going to be very poor against this many missile units. He had 6 missile units, plus Outriders, that's 7 missile units. So he just had so much mobility that I couldn't keep up with him. I mean, bats can do pretty well too, but they won't actually kill... I mean, maybe they'll kill crossbowmen. I'll have to see. Let me see if this guy's in the top, whatever, is Irana. I feel like I've seen that before. That guy seems like he was a really good player that knew what was going on for sure. How much did I lose off of that? I lost quite a lot, so maybe he's not as high as I thought he was. Maybe I just had played him against him before, and that's why I recognized him. Nah, I don't see him. Alright, so what can I do to potentially beat that? Now, I don't want to sacrifice too much power on the line. Let me see here. The Cairn Wraiths are kind of mobile. I do like... See, the Crypt Horrors are kind of necessary to beat up, Great Swords. You really need Crypt Horrors to get in there and smash things up. I mean, not a lot of people run that other build. How much are Hounds? Aren't they like 500 or something? Yeah, it's not good. Very expensive for what they are. Now these, say 48 melee defense, 100 speed, and only 14 attack. These have 26 attack. Nice speed. There's 80 of them in a pack. No armor. Much better are these. No armor, extra melee attack, and they get a bonus against large. I don't want to use them against large, though. I mean, how much of a bonus? 14. I mean, 50. They don't have a lot of piercing, though. So they're not going to be good against things like demigryphs. I mean, I guess it's entirely possible that I could run demigryphs instead of these, or blood knights instead of the normal knights. Blood knights actually have less health than the normal black knights, though. Let me see. They have a bit more defense, a bit more melee attack. They have a huge bonus versus large, and they have a much larger charge bonus. They definitely plow things over, but this is like almost, it's like 2 1/3 extra cost. For 2.5. I mean, it's a lot of extra. It's a lot of extra cash. You know, the thing that I have to think about here is how much of that was miss micro, and how much of that was just his composition being good against me. Difficult to say. I feel like this is a huge target. Like, I really like the regeneration that it gives. If they don't snipe it out, but against Empire, there's a pretty high chance they're going to snipe it out. That's 1,400 gold on a snipe. I mean, that's almost as much as my Lord, so maybe I shouldn't run that. I've been trying it out, and it is really good. But I could get, like... Let's see here. I could get an extra Cairn Wraith for that to cause the terror. What all does it give? I mean, that extra persistent damage is okay. The recharge rate's pretty good. But I mean, really, I'm paying 1,400 for this because it's not that great in melee combat. It's okay. It's okay. But it's just so huge. And it's very easy to snipe out. Like, if they snipe out my corpse cart, you know, it's kind of whatever. Because it's only 650, and that actually gives huge buffs. Like, that gives regeneration and +8/+8. That's really strong. I think it doesn't cause terror like this does, but let's get rid of that. Let's run one more Cairn Wraith. I would like some Hounds. I mean, I could just run one more Hound straight up right here. What are these two? Probably not worth it. Maybe I do just run one Hound here. I mean, I could just run one more Knight also. I feel like the Hounds are, the thing is the Hounds are 50, or they're 500, and the Knights are just a little bit more, and they're just way, way better, I feel like. Let me see. Now, what do these special Knights do? They have regeneration, which is sweet. How much better are they than normal Knights? Are they double? Regen's nice, but I'm going to need more than that. I mean, okay, so they have 30 armor, 10 extra leadership, 10 extra melee attack, 32 extra charge bonus. I mean, how do they compare to these? Pretty good. And they have regeneration, which is key. Now, they don't have frenzy, though. Remember, frenzy's an extra 8 melee attack. And immune to psychology, which is important. Now, what is... And they have missile resistance. I didn't realize that. Okay, so that's pretty good. If they're engaged in melee. Oh, it's disabled if they're engaged in melee. Okay, so they have missile resistance, a bronze shield, and really heavy armor. So they just really cannot be taken down by missile units. I mean, maybe that's the solution, because missile units can't deal with them. What would I have to do to run one of those? Blood Knight. There, I could just run one zombie and one Blood Knight. This makes me a little lighter on zombies, but honestly, they're so slow and they move so slowly. Maybe I just don't need that many zombies. I got rid of the Mortis engines. This gives me a lot more power, more attack power, just like damage dealing power. Get rid of one Crypt Horror. I'm going to be a little bit more vulnerable if they run a lot of greatswords. Greatswords aren't really that mobile, they're quite slow. So these are pretty good against greatswords. These are good against demigrowths too, I think. I'm not sure who would win in a straight up fight. There's 60 of these. I mean, these always do well. Every time I see them in any battle, they do very well. So this might give me a little bit more mobility to get to the back line and tear up those archers, because I think I'm still going to have enough power to win the melee front if this happens. It's going to require a bit more micro. I'm going to have to micro these knights in and out a lot better. But this should give me a lot more power. It should shore up their ability to snipe me. I'm hoping. Now with Empire also, you know, if I see they have Net of Amatak, I need to spread out. Like, I need to spread my units out a lot more. Like, that was a huge problem in that game, is every time he cast Net of Amatak, he hit 4 or 5 units with it and tied me up. Whereas I really need to spread out, especially with units that can spread out very easily, like Blood Knights. So if I just spread out a ton, just put some knights on the left, some knights on the right, Crypt Horrors, and just spread all the way out, then I could probably come at him from different angles, and it would work. Now, the problem with spreading out is I'm not bunched up for the Nahek. But I think that would work better. It would still be hard, but I think that would work better, and then I can bring them all together if I have to, because they're very mobile, so then I can just cycle a charge into the middle of the flanks, cast a Nahek on them, you know, heal everybody up, and then disperse to the edges again. Now, I'm not going to need to group up as much either, because I don't have the Mortis engine for the extra healing. So I just have the Corpse Cart. This should help me win the infantry line fight, because of the +8/+8 and healing. Okay, let's try this build out. How much gold do I have left? Almost none, so it's a pretty efficient build. Let's try it out. Okay, so once again, this will give me more offense. It'll let me spread out a bit more so I can deal with missile units better. And it should still have sufficient regeneration. I still have 3 things that can regenerate quite a lot. So, because remember, he can regenerate with the Nahek. So I think this will be okay. The zombies are good for soaking charges, but you know what's also good at soaking charges? Just running Blood Knights into the thing that's charging you. Like, that's pretty good too, because Blood Knights should beat almost anything heads up. Let me check that one more time. Empire, how do we stack up against Demis? That's 1700. These are 1500. Now, Demis have less health. They don't have Frenzy. They have way less charge bonus. Now, they get a bonus versus large, and they do more damage. Demigryphs have no shields, but that's not going to matter. I don't have missile units. They have higher leadership, a little bit higher speed. My base melee attack is higher because I have Frenzy. So that means my base melee attack is 42. And what's his? Okay, so my bonus against large is 24. I think his is also 24. Look and see. So he has a lot less charge bonus, though. Which means I think I'm heavier. Oops. Let me click on him and see. His is 30. Okay, so his individually are going to be dealing more damage to mine, but you have to keep in mind that I have 2.5 times as many units as he has in my battalion. Now, can it beat these guys up? What do they have? Okay, so they cause terror, which isn't a huge deal. It has slightly better stats across the board. I mean, this is pretty good. But, I think we can still beat him up. I think we can still beat him up. I mean, there's a chance I just shouldn't run normal knights, but I like the utility of just having more normal knights. So, okay, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. So we have finally found a worthy challenger. I feel like that guy's really good. I don't know why I didn't see him in the top 100, but I feel like he was a very good opponent. I think I've played against him before. I recognize something that looks like that name. So, hats off to him. Great job. And we're going to try to adjust our build to account for this new type of meta. And it just might be better overall anyways. We'll see. But thank you very much. That's going to be it. If you enjoyed this, check out the other videos. There's a ton of videos where I win with Vampire Count. So if this is your first time viewing me, you know, please don't think that I'm terrible and lose every games. I just like to post losses up every now and then just to keep some drama in there for the subscribers. So I realize that it's a lot tougher. It's not a great recruitment tool to pick up new viewers to post losses. That's why a lot of YouTubers don't do that. Because if someone watches the first video and you lose, they're going to think, oh, you're terrible. And so then they'll just won't watch any more videos. But I think it's really cool for subscribers because it adds that extra drama in there. You don't know that I'm always going to win. And so when I'm coming down to the wire on some of these fights and it's getting very close, and you don't know. And so it just adds that extra bit of drama that I think is really cool for subscribers. So anyways, thank you very much. Watch the other videos. Lots of great stuff out there. We also have legendary campaigns going for every single faction except for Chaos. It's a ton of fun. We don't abuse the auto-resolve system. We don't assassinate lords. That means we get very challenging situations on the campaign map and just a ton of really good battles throughout the entire campaign. Way more than most normal campaigns on YouTube. Because if you auto-resolve, you're taking away a lot of fights. And I know statistically it might say, oh, well, that fight's not worth fighting, even though it's a 20 on 20, because it says I have a 60% chance to win or something. Or people will think, well, why would I actually fight it when I can just press auto-resolve, you know, get my 60% chance to win and just hang out for a few turns and regenerate up all my units. It's like, well, yeah, it's technically more efficient to do that, but it's not really enjoying the game. At least for me, it's not. Because I like the challenge, you know, I want to get in there. I want fights that I can't actually lose. And I do lose fights sometimes on the campaign map. So it's the same deal as the multiplayer. Like, I do take fights that are particularly challenging on purpose. And I do lose them sometimes, not on purpose, but I do lose them sometimes. Like in the most recent Vampire Counts video, I won't say whether I won or lost it, but I'll say that I took a fight that I had less than a 5% chance to win, and it was a really good fight. It was this insane siege. So I think it's Vampire Counts 39, I'm not 100%, but a recent Vampire Count video. But anyways, thank you very much. That's going to be it. Check out the legendary campaigns. Check out the other multiplayer battles. Ton of stuff. Great content. As always, it's a pleasure broadcasting for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I really have a great time making these, even when I lose. Most of the time. Sometimes I get salty, but most of the time I have a great time. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful evening.